So first, we'll start off with the most general term, which is just an ideological sellout. Um, you know what I'm saying? These aren't just limited to black people, but black people can be an ideological sellout. Just know this is, you know what I'm saying? This label can get put on more than one person. So these are people who put on a political costume, they parrot hateful narratives, and then the moment it costs them money, the moment the cash starts to dry up, they immediately take it off and want to be embraced by the polite side of civilized society. And that's just the universal truth. An ideological sellout's opinion is not a contribution, or it's not a contribution to dialogue. It's a monetized performance. For white opportunists, the act is cynical. Like I said, this isn't just, you know what I'm saying? This is the most broad term for us. So for white opportunists, the act is cynical. For the black individual who plays the game, the act is a betrayal. And this is pretty much what I'm saying. Like when you're an ideological sellout as a white person, like this is really where like the weight is really held on you. Because a lot of times with like, if you have a black man, you're gonna know what I'm talking about. You don't get the benefit of the doubt in this community. You don't get the benefit of the doubt at all. You know what I'm saying? They automatically expect you to know better. So when you know better and you play the individual, you know what I'm saying? You play the game pretty much. The act is betrayal. And this is how we're about to, you know what I'm saying, dissect this. I feel like I'm going to start off with the immigrant grifter pipeline. Because this is equally as important, even though like my personal feelings, I feel like I need to talk about just grifters here, but the immigrant grifter pipeline is just as prominent as the niggas who was born here. So we're about to talk about this real quick, and then we going, you know what I'm saying, loop it all around. Mind y'all, I'm gone. So whatever I say, trust me, I mean that shit from the bottom of my soul. I mean that shit from the bottom of my soul. But boom, how does someone rationalize this level of self-betrayal? I'm talking about immigrant grifters in the pipeline. So I was watching a Young Don the Sauce God video, or Young Don Reacts pretty much, and he's an immigrant. He's a Jamaican immigrant. And I believe he was talking about Winsome Earl Sears, who thankfully did not win the Virginia race of GOP. That does not mean that Abigail Spanberger is a amazing candidate. It just means she is better than Winsome Earl Sears, because Winsome Earl Sears is clearly a coon. We will explain why. Now, excuse me. Now, many black immigrants come from countries with objectively worse conditions. High crime, poor infrastructure. You know what I'm saying? Just like Jamaica. Like, fuck. This shit is gonna be hard to go through. But they arrive here in the U.S., and it seems like they're living in heaven in terms of opportunities. And the critical flaw is that they compare their own relatively privileged education background to the least privileged black Americans. They mistake systematic deprivation for moral failure. They say, I came here with nothing, and now I'm successful. Why can't they just move past it? And see, this is where the disconnect comes in. Because you came in here, obviously, from like, in your perception, worse conditions, it still doesn't mean that what black individuals went through was simply not that bad. That is clear dismissal. And this is where I have to come this is where I have to come to another point of like, and this is what I have to like consistently say to people, is when you look at how the system was built, the system was built with the intention to keep black people out of the system. So a lot of the laws that you see, a lot of the times when you see laws built up, you realize they were built around the framework of excluding black people. So when you see specifically African Americans, I need to say that. So when you see other minorities who are technically minorities, but they weren't living in a system that was consistently built to keep them out of the system, they think that they are directly comparing themselves to the individual when they really just aren't. So they're literally deceived into believing that racist or systemic racism doesn't exist because they haven't personally experienced overt racism yet. They get a taste of that capitalistic wealth and align with politics they think will benefit their new business, completely disconnecting from the history that shaped the black American. They willingly become the black sellout until they realize the system they embrace will always turn on them. You feel what I'm saying, my guy? You feel what I'm saying? Like, a lot of these people who use the system to talk down on black people say, oh, black people, y'all gotta act right. Y'all, and you're black yourself, you're not benefiting monetarily. Like, you may be specifically benefiting monetarily, but these people who, like, have been behind Trump when he was running for office, black people, black rappers who thought they was going to get a solidified spot, they're just pawns. Once their usefulness runs up from bringing down their own race for giving white people a justification to be racist to them, they are discarded and called trash. That brings it back to the Somali American example I was talking about earlier. Those Somali Americans all voted for Trump, but the moment that Trump saw an angle to be able to view them as demons, he called them garbage human beings, despite the fact that they were coons and voted for the nigga, acting like when the moment they weren't useful anymore, they weren't going to get turned on. They weren't going to get discarded. That's pretty much what I'm saying. So, yeah. So, boom. You're probably wondering, I had to talk about immigrants because immigrants are just as prevalent. You know what I'm saying? People who come from Jamaica, people who come from other parts in Africa, like Sudan, who see... Oh, where are you going?
I was just about to say... Can I send you 5?
Oh, for some gas? Gotcha, bro.
I didn't want to fuck up yet.
Oh, yeah, you good, bro.
You just blatantly said it.
Man, you good, bro. Yeah. So, this is the mechanism, the wrath apparatus. So, the reason that these people exist, I feel like I should break down... Should I break down an American coon? It's pretty much an ideological sellout, which what I described before. So today, we're not just complaining about online personalities. We're dissecting incentives, the systematic cowardice, and the self-hatred that creates the coon. Because the fact of the matter is of these coons is that they don't love themselves. They don't actually respect themselves. Or they would see the cycle, but all they see is the dollar sign. Now, here's the mechanism, which we call the wrath apparatus. So the reason that these people exist, coons, you know what I'm saying, immigrant ideological sellouts, the reason that these people exhume is because of the wrath apparatus. It's an industrial system engineered to profit off of your anger. Algorithms on platforms like YouTube, Twitter, and Instagram don't prioritize the truth or community building. They reward content that provokes strong emotional reactions. And nothing provokes a stronger reaction than outrage. And this outrage that people have, like, it's hugely profitable. It's the multi-million-dollar model that was pioneered years ago by shock jocks. It's been perfected by the internet. The goal is simple: to make money, they must constantly generate and amplify the most inflammatory voices. And the thing about coons, they already know what white people are saying behind the scenes about us, about the other niggas, like immigrants and stuff. But the fact of the matter is they use your voice when it's convenient so they can turn the majority against you, against your people. And this brings up the most, like, what I'm talking about. The black grifter, whether you're an immigrant or from here, you're a coon. Like, this is what a black grifter is. When you see a black person step in line to attack their own community, their opinion comes a highly valued asset. They are paid a premium to sell one key product to a white conservative base. Justification. Now, think about the first, like, when I think about the first red flag I saw, a black person, like, okay, just to like make it like in context, because this is my second time recording this video. The first time it wasn't really, I was trying to edit it, and like I figured it's better that I just, you know what I'm saying, I just them niggas living there. But I feel like this is important for me to say. When y'all see justification, like a lot of people who are racist today, they will not admit to themselves, even less other people, that they are racist. They feel like they have justification in feeling the way they feel, and they won't go that deep into it, because you realize if you do look that deep into it, you'll realize that you are judging a person based off of their ideology or ethnicity. And if you are judging someone based off their ethnicity or which country they came from, I'm sorry, you are either racist or xenophobic. There's no way around it. You can try to have all these excuses, but that's what it is. So a lot of people in this white conservative base, they see a coon talking about the ideologies that they have, pretty much just regurgitating what they want to hear, and that is justification. That is validation for them. So when I think about the first red flag I saw, let me look up this coon actually, because y'all do not get passes around here. Y'all do not get passes around here. Like, I'm not gonna lie to y'all. So let's see. Because this dude, you know what? You might get a pass, but I don't want to give you a pass, dog. Like, okay. Damn. Let's see here. Oh, yeah. Here's the coon. Amir Odom. You are a fucking coon. And my co-worker be sending me to you because he feels like you give him justification. I reacted, pretty much we were talking about the Somali thing, and this is the video he sent me, which made me deep dive into this. And with you reacting to a clip from Trump calling Somali people trash, and you say I'm going to give credit where credit is due to Trump, when all he fucking does is lie to the people to project his narrative forward? And you're saying on another clip, because I'm just scrolling through his page right now, you have black fatigue. Amir, you're a coon. Get the fuck off my feed. Anyways, when you talk about all this bullshit, your most recent video was reacting to Nick Fuentes debate Piers Morgan, and you say, did he lie? Yo. Like, a lot of y'all, like, some of y'all might fuck with Nick Fuentes, right? All I have to say to that is, he's a Nazi, he doesn't get laid, he, is clearly trying to boycott the MAGA cult and, like, you know what I'm saying, at least take half of his fan base. Like, he even has a fucking hat that's not red but blue saying America first. He's obviously trying to capitalize and grift. And a lot of people who are in this movement, they're going to fall for it just because. And another thing I got to say, because this will be this is similar to my last video, just on a different perspective. You can be anti-Zionist, but saying you're a Nazi, saying you're anti-Semitic, it's not okay. It's not okay. Like I told you on the last video, I am against hate in general. I don't feel like there is any good justification to hate a whole group of people at all. Like, hating, like, obviously, Israel has done some fucked up shit. But hating all Jews because of what Israel is doing and has done is just like hating all Americans because what of America has done and is doing. It's hypocritical. And I hope y'all can see that. Now, we're going to try to run through this so this video stays under 30 minutes. I'm not trying to have another 30-minute video, but we're getting close there. So, we'll go to the next thing. But first, real close. The value in black people is giving the audience permission to hate. When a black person says racism is over, my own people are the problem, it proves the perfect shield. The audience can say, see, I'm not racist. Even they agree. I am justified in my hostility. And that's the problem with coons, bruh, is because we can observe America outside of the system, because the system was never even meant for us in the first place, we have the most clear view of how America is operating right now. And like, since we've been here, like, that's what I'm really trying to bring home. So now, here's the inevitable betrayal that will happen for every fucking coon, which I told the bro when he walked in. So, like I talked about the Somali American people, Salman Picky is a Somali American Republican leader. He was willing to be a prop, standing right behind the president, giving his endorsement and claiming the Republican Party was far from racist. He was the perfect ideological sellout. But the grift, like I've been telling y'all, will always end in betrayal. Peaky's breaking point wasn't the denigration of black people or Puerto Ricans or Haitians. It was only when the president called his own people, I'm talking about Picky, when the president called his own people garbage and the rhetoric led to ICE raids in his own town from the president, which he vouched was not racist and voted for, and urged his Somali American brothers to also vote for. He was asked why he couldn't see the racist coming when it was aimed at everyone else, and he had no answer. This is the assimilation irony. A marginalized person telling other marginalized people to assimilate into a system that has historically and structurally kept us, the black Americans, on the outside. He was chasing acceptance from people who were already planning his community's removal. Oh my gosh. Like, y'all, I hope y'all heard me right there. I really hope y'all heard me. Because, like, bro. Now, this is the final damning question he was asked, right? They said, do you feel safe here now? And he was like, he feels sort of safe, and that he feels for his community, fears for his community due to the ICE raids. Now, like I said in the last video, a majority of Somali Americans are U.S. citizens, documented and all that. But the fact of the matter is, when people put these, you know what I'm saying, anti-immigration, you know what I'm saying, shits out there, they always like talk under the pretense like these people are all these immigrants are fucking undocumented for whatever fucking reason. And that shit just doesn't make sense. Y'all are just fear mongering, literally. So when Picky, and I could be butchering that so bad, I'm sorry if I'm doing that, but this is the moment the grift failed. The greed for political acceptance, the denial of truth, which is a you know what I'm saying, a condition of political acceptance, and the sellout of his people resulted in physical fear for his community. He was left alone, realizing that the people who paid for his testimonial they didn't value him at all, my nigga. And this is why we can't take these individuals seriously. They don't take themselves seriously. They don't love themselves. When you choose to profit off of bringing down your own race, when you willingly become a cog in the machine that is actively harming people who look like you are not a political commentator. You are a coward. You are a person who sold your voice, your integrity, and your community's safety for a few extra dollars and a little attention from people who don't care if you live or die. So this is the final rule. Once you show that you are not for the people, once you show that your loyalty is only the business model, or your loyalty is only to the business model, there is no bringing you back, in my opinion. Every word they speak is tainted by the transaction. They are not speaking truth to power. They are selling a product to the highest bidder. And that product, white conservatives, is you. Like, fuck, bro. Like, y'all don't understand. And I hope y'all do. I hope y'all get it a little bit more. I will eventually do videos where I'm able to edit more. But I feel like this is a podcast channel. I'm able to just talk my shit. And this was a video. We made it to 30 minutes, unfortunately. But I still feel like I was able to talk my shit a good amount. And y'all, if y'all, you know what I'm saying, TDLR, stop listening to Coons. That's the TDLR. Coons' opinion does not matter. The moment we realize this, it'll be a lot easier. Like, obviously, it's going to take a very long time for conservatives to realize the business model of Coons because they're just eating it up right now. But just like with the Minnesota thing, with y'all thinking that Muslims are going to take over this shit for whatever reason, ignoring all the real problems that are happening in this country, I'm putting my shoe in the fight again. I'm putting my shoe in the fight, and just like with every video, if you feel like I'm wrong, if you feel like there's something that I ain't say, please talk to me in the comments. I will have a discussion with you. An honest one. But the fact of the matter is, the longer that we even give any type of attention to Coons' response, acting like they aren't sold out from the jump, we are wasting our fucking time and playing into the system that they are getting paid by. So that's my shit. You know what I'm saying? That's all I got to say about Coons right now. If y'all like the video, like it, subscribe if you're new. I'm going to try to do these yap sessions like at least twice a week. Because I feel like when I have something to say, I'm going to make sure it's important. And I feel like this is so fucking important for right now. So if y'all like the video, like it, subscribe if you're new. All you do is chill over here. Reactions coming soon. If not, you know a yap session is coming eventually. If y'all already said like the video, like it, subscribe if you're new. Or just chill over here. Bro, chill on me. I'm drunk. I said this passionately because I feel it in my chest and my soul. Like, bro, all right. Oh my gosh. I was about to say some wild shit. Y'all like the video, like, subscribe if you're new. All you do is chill up here. With that being said, be great, be safe. Keep getting to that bag, and I will catch y'all in the next video. Peace.